4. All right. So let's start rolling that ball up and down the fingers. And into the palm. Hello, Suzanne. And the pads of the pinky and the thumb. And across the knuckles. And we'll grab the ball in one hand and squeeze. And then the other. And then back to the first. Last one on the other side. And let's just go around the back today. And switch. Switch. Whoops. That's the challenge. Switch. 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 And then in between the legs. Switch. 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 And let's put the ball down on the ground. Assess how the feet are feeling on the ground. Take a note of the ankles, knees, and hips, and then press down on the ball 3 times, right in the middle of the foot. Move it up to the knuckles and press down once going across. Roll the ball across the knuckles. And bring it to the middle of the foot and wiggle the toes. And then bring the ball up to the crease between the knuckles and the toes and press in. Release and separate the toes. And if you can't press in, just start by separating the toes. We'll go back to pressing in again. And back to the middle and wiggle. And scribble. Three, 2, 1, reassess. And then bring the ball over to the middle of the other foot and press down 3 times. Good morning, Jonathan. Up to the knuckles. Sweep it across the knuckles. Middle of the foot, press down 3 times. And bring it, what did I just do? Bring it up to the knuckles and press down once, going across. Scoot it across. Keep getting buzzed on my watch and distracted. And then into the middle of the foot and wiggle. Up to the crease and press the toes into the ball. Separate the toes. Press. Middle of the foot and wiggle. And script. And put the ball out of the way. Reassess. And let's do some good mornings. Hinging at the waist, arms back and then up. 1. Keep the head back. And 11, one more, 12, and shake the tree. Three, 2, 1, center. Nice deep breath. Twist at the waist, swing the arms. And center. With some ocean wave breathing. Fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step to one side. The other in starlight. And coming down. Center. Same thing, other side. And center. 2 nice deep 3-dimensional breaths. Feel those ribs expand. And we'll march in place. Or jog. Today we're going to do some leg strengthening exercises, and including the hip flexors. A new one for the hip flexors. I've been doing a lot of studying on hamstrings and so on in the last couple of days. Good point made that one of the problems that we have with hamstrings is that our hip flexors are weak. So we want to strengthen those. So no squats involved. There we go. And do whatever you want, including doing what you're doing to get the heart rate going. Be safe. Whatever you do. I think I'll do some squats, rapid squats. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 10. That's 20. Just do what you can. And that's 30. Nice deep breath. One more. Interlace the fingers. Or raise them up over the head. Reach for the sky. Bend back if you can. Squeezing those glutes. Come back to center. Bend to one side. And then the other. Back to center, lower the hands out of the chest. And down. Interlace the hands behind the back. Raise them up. Squeezing the scapula together. And go a little higher. Coming back down and shrugging. And rolling back. And forward. Extend the arms and rotate. And switch directions. Thumbs up and down, up and down. And bring one arm across the body, press back at the elbow. And then the other. Behind the back, pressing down. And then the other. You have a hold of both elbows and rock side to side. Put those hips out there. And back to center, extend one hand with the fingers up and pulling back. Fingers down. Lock the wrist. Fingers up on the other hand. Down. And flopped. Let's rotate the neck. Go the other way. Nod. And go ear to shoulder. Look up. And down. Over one shoulder. And then the other. We'll do a side lunge. And then the other way. And come back to center and let's grab a stick. I'm going to do the gym stick routine today, starting with what they call dynamic swimming. I don't know how you'd get anywhere swimming like this, but I never knew how you'd get anywhere swimming anyway. And reverse direction. And then hold the stick up behind you and oscillate back and forth. And then bring it down to the waist. Put one foot forward, extend the arms and twist. Bring the other foot forward and twist. Stop, bring the feet together, about a little bit more than shoulder width. Bring the stick behind you, right above the knees, hands come in front between the knees. Hinge at the waist and pull up. And then bring the stick around front. Extend the arms. Go back, hinge at the waist. Stretch the shoulders and upper back. Up, bring the stick with one hand across the body. Hinge at the waist, bring the other arm underneath the armpit, grab the shoulder, and gently tug. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring the stick to the side of the foot. Top hand is fully extended and is pushing away. Bottom hand is pulling in. You can hinge at the waist if you'd like. Keep that head back and in line with the spine. And then over to the other side. Come up. We're going to put one foot forward. Rest the stick on the shoulder. Slide down that stick. That stick is about 6 inches in front of the toes. Then lift your toes and sole of the foot off the ground and stretch the hamstring. You're hinged at the waist. The head is back again. Come on up. Lean the sole of that foot against the pole and press. Stretching the calf. And then same thing, other foot. Go to the other side, against the shoulder. Foot is forward, stick is in front of it. Hinge. Lift the sole. And you could also move the foot back and forth, left to right, a little bit, increasing the stretch. Should I mention that on the other side? Rotating on the heel. And come up. We're not going to do the hip flexors. We're going to be straightening those hip flexors. So we'll just put the stick in front of us. And go up on our toes and back on our heels, pausing for about a second, 15 times. It's 12 for me. And 15. Okay, let's put the stick down. Unless I just want to do some knee drives. So if you need a stick, hold on. By all means, keep it. We're going to do 12 knee drives. 1, 2, 3, 6, 10, involving the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the hip flexors. And rest. We're going to get down on the floor. I'm going to move the camera. Yep, wrong camera. And let's grab either a towel or a blanket or a roller, because we're going to do Chris's knee strengthener. So if you have a roller, use the end of it. Put your thigh across the end of it, lower thigh, right above the knee. And lean back on your hands, or support yourself with your hands. The other leg is tucked, and you're going to come up, your toes pointed, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and then down. And you're contracting your muscles. 1, 2, 3, and down. So if you have knee problems, this is a great way to strengthen the muscles around those knees. In a simple way. Up to 5. And down, and then last one on this leg. And down. And then we go to the other leg. And up. Toes pointed, muscles contracted. And down. And then up. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. And one more. And down. All right, let's do this new one on the hip flexors. Right in here. And what we're going to do to start is lie down. Keep the sole of one foot on the ground. The other foot is extended. And you just want to lift that leg up and down. Keep the pace and do 10. And again, if you're having tight hamstrings, strengthening those hip flexors will help a lot. Let's do the other leg now. You can do 3 sets of 10, or however many you can do while keeping this cadence. It starts to, as with any exercise, if you start to lose it, just stop. It's your limit for the day. I think that's 8, 9, and 10. Now, if this is too easy, you can progress it by doing both legs. And ideally, eventually, you want to be sitting up and lifting. Or you could start with one leg, lifting, sitting up. But those are the progressions. Start on your back. Make sure your back is pressed into the floor so you don't hurt your back. Do those as often as you can. Finally, let's just do some side leg raises. Elbow underneath your shoulder. Lying on your side and just come up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 10, and then the other way. 9, and 10. Good. Move it up. I'll switch the camera. And before we rub our hands together, I'm going to show you, wrong camera, a new way to cultivate chi. Take your middle finger, press it down towards your thumb, and where that spot is, rub it with the other thumb in a circular direction. And then rub it the other way in the circular direction. If you went clockwise, go counterclockwise, in other words. And then same thing on the other hand. This is the heart meridian. And then switch directions. And then rub those hands together. And form the chi ball. And let it dance us around. And center. 2 deep breaths. And on the exhale, open our hearts. Pause on that inhale. And send it out. And center, 2 breaths. And bring down heavenly chi. Let's go down and gather it up. And aha! Namaste. So I think everybody's staying with us today. So we've got bands. You want to get your light bands? Richard, okay. And yellow, if you got perform better, is probably best. Switch this. And we're going to start by wrapping it around the wrists, palms facing each other, and bring it up to the chest and extend out left or right and left or right the other direction. And try to separate the band with a little bit of tension as you go up. We'll do 12 of these. My left shoulder is certainly barking at me. What are you doing? This is 11 for me. And then we're going to do some bicep curls. I'm going to go to a slightly heavier one for this. Hand down by the hip. And the other hand, ripping the band, just comes up. Well, other way. All right. If you don't have a heavier band already, you might want to get one for the leg exercises. You can sit down, put the or stand if you're feeling adventuresome. Put the band around your ankles. And we're going to do that old favorite standby. I'll wait a couple of seconds here. The monster walk. So the monster walk. 2. Stand next to a wall if you need to, or use the pole. I'm going to turn around. Nine, 10, 11, 12. All right. Now we want to get down on the ground. Yeah, leave that camera on. And bring the band up to above the knees. And get it wrapped so that it's not twisted. Always a trick. All right, good. We're going on the side again. And elbow underneath the shoulder. Do some clamshells. And strengthening of the hips, the glutes, flexors. Ten, 11, and 12. Go to the other side. And 1, Move it down a little. 2. And see, I'm holding it just for a second at the top, and 12. Let's do this side again. We'll take a little break here. Ready? Let's do it. 1, 2. Oh, I think I only did 10, didn't I? Let's do 12. 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can. 10, 11, 12. Put it away. One. Ten, 11, and 12. Excellent. All right, we're going to stand up and bring it to the ankles again. And do the monster walk. 1, 2. Nine. And 12. All right, very good. Hands off the feet and back to the arms. Some bicep curls. 1. 10, 11, 12, and then the other way. Bye-bye, Bill. And 12. Excellent. And then around the wrists. Last one. Up to the chest. Up. 1. And 12, 18. Hello, squirrel.
Thank you so much, Tom. See you
You're welcome.
tomorrow.
Okay, have a good one.
You too.
Jonathan, take care.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
You're very welcome. Good to see you. Maureen, I forgot to tell you that Duncan is in San Antonio. Actually, he's visiting Round Rock.
Oh my gosh.
And so